What I want to talk about now briefly here on our virtual tour of the gym is just a little bit about what's going on currently within the intramural program itself. Right now, both sides of the program, the men's program and the women's program, are very vibrant. There are some slight changes from the way things were perhaps when you were a student. On the men's side, what's new is we've just started playing a lot more basketball. Basketball is very, very popular. So over the years we've introduced a holiday invitational tournament, a double elimination tournament which runs from November to or after Thanksgiving until the winter holiday. And then after the regular season, which runs January and February, we have a March Madness tournament. We pick 5 new teams, and a lot of the tape that you're seeing on our virtual tour of the men's game is of our March Madness tournament. These are teams that will only be held together for the March Madness tournament. We reverse it in an interesting way. Normally in the regular season we go B team, A team, B team, A team as far as the quarters go, so the A team guys are finishing the game. In March Madness, the B team guys get to be the ones that are on the court when the game is on the line. So that provides a nice change of pace, as well as the women's points counting for double, which really kind of ramps things up a little bit. Volleyball has fallen on hard times, and so we don't play as much volleyball. We do have a brief volleyball tournament. Indoor team handball has become very popular, and so that has substituted for volleyball, and then we'll carry on with the team handball when we move outdoors in the springtime. Softball has kind of fallen by the wayside, has waned in popularity, but over the past 15 years, soccer has gotten a lot more popular amongst our student body, and so in the springtime, we've eliminated softball, but we have a spring soccer tournament to replace it. And in addition, croquet has also gotten very popular here in the springtime. So that's kind of what's new and has changed as far as the offerings of the men's program goes. The team structure is still the same. We've got 5 teams and have very good participation. On the women's side, when I first started here 20 years ago, participation was low, and we were suffering with how to keep our 4 teams together. And those of you that were here in the early 90s perhaps remember that we experimented with club teams. Because our numbers were so low, we thought, well, golly, we'll just take the numbers that we have and we'll go out and find another team to compete against. Well, the great news is the participation level has rebounded on the women's side. This year has seen a record number of women come out for soccer and basketball, which is kind of a trend of growth over the past 10, 15 years or so. As a result, we now have on Tuesdays and Fridays in the fall, we've had enough numbers to support 4 women's soccer teams, and so we have simultaneous games now being played on the upper field and the lower field. And another indication of the strength within the women's program this year is during this March Madness tournament that you're seeing some tape on, we're experimenting with 5 women's teams. So we've gone from 4 teams to 5, and in addition, we've expanded from the Tuesday-Friday game format. We've added a Sunday night at 7:30. So the women's numbers are now supporting 5 teams in basketball and 3 days of play. And I think 2 reasons why we're able to see those kinds of numbers right now was, one of the reasons is the formation of a broader leadership group, which is the Women's Athletic Advisory Committee. We've identified 15, 16 women each year that are the real movers and shakers within the program, and they're the ones that are able to go out and help recruit the women to come out and participate. And in addition, the other thing that's really helped us is this idea of crafting the women's teams. Instead of going through a more cutthroat competitive draft, all the team captains, the Women's Athletic Advisory Committee, comes together at the beginning of the soccer season, at the beginning of the basketball season, we put all the women who want to participate in a big pot, and we craft teams from those women who want to participate, and we mix them up again at the end of each, beginning of each season. So that creates parity, and the parity seems to have created a lot more interest amongst the women in coming out and participating. So the good news is the strength in the women's program is at a record level right now, even though we've gone to this new team structure which changes from season to season.